Welcome to this week's episode of How Are You Lovie. Carl, we're not at How Are You Lovie HAYL headquarters.
We are not there. So if we sound a bit quieter than we normally do, it's actually because
Carl's cousins are sitting in the other room.
We are
watching Princess something diaries.
Well, sorry, there's also 4 sleeping children upstairs as well. So there's that's part of it as well. So we're here in Norfolk, sharing a house with them for the weekend. And we're not the weekend, the week.
The week.
Yeah,
we're here
the
for
week.
a week. We're in a lovely village called Thornham, which is fabulous. And then right beside it, I keep calling the village Stunny Honey. It's Hunstanton.
Now, by the way, the sign reads Hunstanton.
Hunstanton.
Hunstanton Town.
No, Hunstanton.
Hunstanstown.
So yes, welcome to How Are You Lovie on a fabulous Thursday evening, and we're recording this from Norfolk.
If anyone's watching this on YouTube, slightly different setup. I don't have the proper camera setup. We just are filming this on the phone. It's a bit more lo-fi, but I'm sure it'll do the job. And if you would like to get in touch with us, howaryoulovie@gmail.com. You can also get us on our Instagram page, How Are You Lovie. We'd love for you to follow us there. I think that's all of the main bits and bobs we have to get out of the way.
Yes, I think so too. We love an L comment on Spotify.
We do.
And then don't forget to rate, review, share and subscribe.
Yeah.
That's always a nice little bonus, Carl.
Exactly, it absolutely is. Right, will we get into it?
Carl, how are you, Lovie? How are you this week?
Hang on, I feel like I go first all the time
You
now.
do, because I'm the one that's always very considerate and I ask first.
No, it's because you don't like going first. It's because you feel uncomfortable.
Well, maybe that we need to do a recurring theme and I need to go first. You need to push me out of my comfort zone.
Okay, then you're going first.
Okay.
Ash, tell me, how are you loving?
I am great. I've chilled this evening. I've gotten the thundering cunt Aisling out of the way.
So you can't say that, Emma, beep that out. I know there's a lot of swearing. I know there's a lot of swearing in this podcast, but like that's a step too far.
Well, you would describe me as that.
I wouldn't describe you as that. Like, listen, today was stressful.
Yes.
Today was stressful because the kids were
They were tired, but they were dehydrated from the day before. We did an awful long drive. We did 12 hours of travel to get here.
We did. No,
so they were tired.
Yes.
They needed to get it out of their system. And I actually said, do you know what? I was waiting for that to come out today. And then the minute they got, all 3 of them had that, I was fine sitting down for dinner. That needed to come out.
It did need to come out. Like, as in, so we went, do you know what? Let's start from the beginning. Talk from yesterday and getting here and all of that jazz.
So yesterday, we got up at 5:30. I got up at 5:30. Carl got up at 6. So anyway, we got up at 5:30.
We didn't need to get up at 5:30. We didn't need to get up at 5:30.
In Carl's eyes.
We
did not need to get up at 5:30. Anyway, so off we went to the Merry Ferry. Off we went on Irish ferries.
7:30 sailing. We needed to be there for 7. We left the house at 6:30. We were there at 10 to 7.
Okay, grand. Carl packs his one bag. Off he goes and he's ready for his holidays.
I packed the car the night before.
Let's keep going. You said for me that you wanted me to go first. So anyway, we got to the ferry. We had a lovely time on the ferry.
Oh, we did.
It is juggling. Like, it's going to be busy. We have 3 kids. We've 3 very small kids all together. So it is going to be busy. None of this is going to be sitting chilled. So the boat was busy. You're trying to wangle little mini big feelings at multiple times and put out fires at different times of the day. But it was good. We got into the car, and from the get-go with the car, so we had our lunch.
Yeah.
We actually went to just have like burgers and chips, and then we hit the road.
Yes.
And we were on the road from about 12:30.
Yeah, about
1:00, just before 1:00, and on the road then to Thornham in Norfolk,
which is the other side of the UK. Like, so basically, we drove from Wales from the west coast of the UK to the east coast. Now, like, listen, what is it? About a 6-hour drive. I'm sure there's anyone listening in America will be like, we do that all the time.
Yes,
you know what I mean. But in Ireland, it just seems so like alien to us.
And they were so good. They did so good. We just did regular stops. They had their nap first, and then we did regular stops.
Yeah.
And I'd say what happened was the girls were probably just a little bit tired off the back of that and dehydrated as well.
Yeah.
So when we eventually got here, they had a little play with their second cousin, shall we say.
Yeah.
And then they were buzzing going to bed. We gave them a little wash and off they went to bed.
They did. And then today we got up.
Davey and I, so Davey hopped on his bike. I put on my running shoes. I went for a run with your cousin. And then we came back. Davey was hangry. I gave him a little snack before he
hit the roof.
And then he had his breakfast. And then Ayla woke up because she was still sleeping by 8:15. But Carl, she's like me. If she has a nap during the day, she cannot cope with life. If she has a longer sleep than normal. She cannot cope with life. She was hangry.
like
so she woke up hangry.
the fucking exorcism of Emily Rose. I swear to God,
I do
this
always say
morning.
that's like what it's like with
It
Ayla.
was
So I
absolute
just don't.
carnage.
I give her a hug. I give her gentle feelings, and then a gentle love. And then I'm like, right now, you need to tell me what you'd like. Use your big words. And then she said to me that she was hungry. So that's why I sat her in here. I said, I'll give you your drink. I'll give you a little piece of cheese before you have your porridge. And then when you can stop crying, you can have it. And that's what she did. And then she came in and ate her porridge.
So what happened was I had her beforehand and she just would not calm down. She just was not having it. Now, can I just say,
Yes.
I genuinely had been asking her, was she hungry?
Yes.
She just wanted ma'am. That was
Because
it.
it's the way I could probably communicate to her.
No, it's not. It's not that at all. It was just she was having one of those mornings where she was just having a go and she wanted to play us off each other. Simple as.
I don't think so. It's how I break down the communication with her. I break through all the things that could be wrong with her.
I'm going to agree to disagree.
That's fine.
I'm going to agree to disagree on that one.
And I think this is not to toot my own horn, but we've had this conversation earlier on today, where I was like, you were very much like cuddling her in the moment, being like, what's wrong in the moment? But you also weren't thinking of the previous day. Like, she's just woken up, she's dehydrated. She's like, I was dehydrated, I felt crispy this morning after that big drive. Did you feel crispy after that big drive?
Yeah, hang on. I was going through all those. You don't know what a conversation I had with her.
That's fine. Okay, cheers. I love my husband.
Can you tell we've had a fucking stressful day?
And then and then later on, it just advanced, did it not? To like,
no, but in fairness, it actually got really nice for a while.
yes, it was. I had a lovely day. That blowout between all three of them needed to happen.
So we went to the beach then.
Yes. What did we do in the first part of the morning? We went crabbing. Crabbing was great. The kids had so much fun. And then he threw the crabs back into the water
I started getting the kids
to say Aisling has
my
crabs.
mum has crabs.
Yeah, I know.
And do you know when you say it once and you kind of half don't know if they're going to hear you or not? And I was like, Davey or Ayla, say my mum has crabs. And then they literally went with it straight away. And they were like, my mum has crabs.
But then do you know what though, Carl? I also think that where we are, people don't get the Irish humour.
Oh, I think that's...
So there was no one around that really understood what was happening.
No, I think in most places, people don't get, like, because we take the piss.
Yeah.
An awful lot. I actually think...
So
like,
so what was worse was Carl was there laughing on his own and giggling to himself.
Thinking I was gas.
Yeah. And I was like, wrong crowd. I'm back to my comfort zone. So anyway, yeah, we did crabbing this morning. And then kids came back, had a nap. Ayla had no nap because she's learned since we got here to climb out of her cot, which is added to our stress numbers. And then stress levels. And then we went to the beach and I had a lovely time on the beach. So Davey, for the first time, said all day long, he's like, I want to come into the water and swim with your mum. So he walked. Now the beach here, I will say, this is probably frustrating me a little bit.
Go on.
That the sea, like, it's very shallow.
You can't get frustrated with the sea. You literally can't get frustrated.
You have to walk. Like, how long was that walk to get to
I'd
the
say
water?
it was genuinely a kilometre.
So you had to walk. So Davey walked a kilometre up and a kilometre back, right?
Yeah.
And we had a lovely time. And he sat in the water with me. We let the waves come up over our toes. And then we went further in and we laid down in the water. He's never done that.
Yeah, he's never done that.
He's never. And I wanted to do it with him because he'd been talking about it all day long. And I was
yeah.
like, I'm doing it with him because it's important to do. So, and then I'm glad I did it because then on the way back, then he was terrified of the waves that he was walking through. And I'm like, you've just gone and
because he was afraid of crabs. That's what it was.
We talked through the crabs thing as we were walking up. So that was how I got him into the water in the first place.
Okay.
So we were all good. We passed the crabs issue. So then, anyway, I came back and I could see Ayla was already having a mare, but she didn't nap, so she was tired.
She was just tired.
Yeah. So then I brought her down to the water because she was upset. She never went to the water with myself and Davey, but I brought her to a little patch of water that she was happy with, but she wasn't happy with you when you did it with her.
Yeah.
And then when I got back up, Baby was having a mare. So you just seemed to have a mare with each of the kids today. God love you.
They were having they were just all
none of you.
They were, no, do you know what? It wasn't even that they were just in odd form. That was it. But like, that was the hard part because you were off with Davey having your swim and it was Ayla and Baby both acting up. And you know when you're around other people and you don't want it to become their issue?
Yes.
So I was like, come on, let's go down. And we went down to the water, this shallow bit of water, which is about like 200 meters away from where we were sitting. And Ayla was just like, no, I want to go to the deep water.
The deep water.
I was like, but Ayla, this is lovely water. There's loads of fishies. And she was like, I don't see any fishes. And I was like, well, we have to look. And Bavian was loving life.
Yeah, she's happy.
And so then it was like, I was like, oh, Ayla, look, there's deeper water over there. Do you want to go over to that? And she was like, because when I say like this was shallow water, it was a couple of centimeters deep.
Either it goes up to your toes or else it goes up to your ankles.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference.
And anyway, she was like, no, I don't want to go to that water. And I was like, okay. I was like, we're kind of exhausting the options here because we're not walking another 800 meters to get to the sea, especially with Bavian there. And then I was like, okay, we're going to have to go to food. So I was like, would you like a snack? And she was like, yeah. So anyway.
But in fairness, after the nap, they normally do have a snack.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so they're just tired, Carl, and they're just...
We went up and we had their snack, and then by the time you came back, the two of them are sitting in the seats with a huff on them. Yeah. Because they're there eating their snacks, because they just all got cold and then leaving the beach.
I'd say the people beside us were like, thank God, I felt sorry for your cousins.
Oh, I felt sorry for everyone within a 3 mile radius.
Your cousin's husband has had a knee operation. Yeah. Like a massive one. Yeah. 7 weeks ago. And here he is pulling the fucking trolley.
We had one of those trolleys that you carry all the shit.
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. And do you know when you have to go through real soft sand, so it doesn't matter what kind of wheels you have.
No bother to him. Off
they
you
don't
went.
work. Yeah, I was like,
sorry, if that was you,
in the
Carl,
full of my health.
In
the full of my health, I couldn't have done it.
We were laughing last night when we heard that he did have this operation, because I was saying, when he first said it to me, I was like, I'm going to hang on here now to see how long Carl brings up his wisdom teeth coming out and compare it. And sure enough.
I didn't.
Sorry.
No, that pisses me off. You know?
Sure enough, 20 minutes later.
No, do you know
20 minutes later, Carl turns around and goes, yeah, well, I know, because when I had that gel anesthetic to get my wisdom teeth out.
I'm going to make a sweeping generalization here. I actually think that's a real female to male thing to do. No, hang on. Wait, hear me out. Hear me out. And all you listening, wait for a second, okay? Just calm down. So, this happens with a lot of the lads with their wives, right, as well. So, all I was saying was he was talking about the mad types of drugs.
Pain relief, yes.
Yeah, pain relief that he was getting. And so I was like saying to him, I was like, funny that you say that, because when I got my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah, like I just said
they gave, no. They gave me pain relief that wasn't even as strong as yours. They gave me Solpadol. And I was like, that wasn't even as strong as what you had. And I hated taking that.
You didn't take it.
I felt weird. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because he meant codeine. It's very high.
I felt really odd. So I wasn't comparing me getting my wisdom teeth out to his major knee operation.
Oh, no.
I was comparing the fact that I didn't like the drugs that I was given.
Yeah.
You know I'm right.
You were still comparing parts of the
get out
process.
That is...
Sorry.
Oh, here goes my husband making it all
Sorry, Carl, do you
him.
bleed every month? We'll leave no ground to stand on. So there you go. Let's just wash over it.
My heart bleeds every day.
So anyway, no, we're having a great time. I've decompressed now. We had a little bit of a moment.
Miscommunications,
more so because just Carl literally, as he gets to the holiday place, he's like guns down, ships down, and just...
I disagree with you.
Exists. Carl, I was picking up the rubbish that you... I'm not even getting into you about how you put stuff in the bin.
What stuff?
You're just like, oh, that's literally what you've done. Unless you want me to get persnickety,
was it in the bin?
Just agree for the sake of the episode.
Was it in the bin?
No, but it was in the bin, but you literally were like, oh, fuck, I'm just putting it in the bin.
Well, hang on.
Put your hand
That's
down.
me at home as well.
No.
That's not me on holidays.
No, and then was like, so then the whole bin bag had all decompressed with what you put in.
It had come off the rim.
Yeah, and so see, had you seen it? You just didn't deal with it?
I'd rimmed the way you're describing it, I'd rimmed the bin. Yeah. But hang on. So that's me at home as well.
No. And at home, I'm able to, but I'm also like, at home, I pick your shit up. On holidays, I don't want to be picking your shit up.
Hang on.
No.
You're making it out like now I go around just firing stuff left, right and centre. That's not true.
And as I said to you, we're not getting into having a domestic on the pod.
That's not
so you need
true.
to agree to disagree, because I have 10 billion things that I can put at you right now.
Grant, go for it. No, not now. We'll do it another week.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So I'm not doing that now. So anyway, there was miscommunication where I just said to him, Carl, you just need to be more proactive in learning where things are, so you don't have to ask me for everything because you choose not to pack for the kids.
I don't choose. And, oh my God, we're not getting into it.
And I have that face on me now where I'm like, I just let a slow little dig there.
Oh, fucking getting into it.
So yes, anyway. No, but we've decompressed.
Taking a deep
the
breath.
kids have decompressed. And now we're enjoying ourselves.
We are enjoying ourselves. No, don't come wrong. I agree with you. I enjoyed today, but I think all the adults involved.
Yes.
There was actually a moment when we were on the boat on the way over, and there was a lady stopped the two of us, and she was like, "I just want you both to know." Her kids were probably, I'd say, 2-3 years older than ours. She was like, "I just want you to know, 2 years ago, this was exactly us." And it was just, we were just running around after them. That's all. We weren't stressing or anything like that. But she was like, "I swear to God, it does get easier." And that's the thing. It does get easier. You have to, like, you basically, I think this stage of parenthood, I don't know whether anyone listening would agree, but I think it's that you just like have to ride the waves of like the madness of it and genuinely the stress of it, because I think it's okay that you get stressed out off your being.
But it's
That's
12 hours
normal.
of the day.
No, I know that.
So that's where I'm like, it's 12 hours business. Like you just trudge to it.
No, but
it's
I
like, to me, that's like a shift in work.
But I think it's really important to allow yourself the grace of like, if you lose the head, because people can feel like, I can get really annoyed at myself for losing the head, not with the kids, but just like when you're stressed out off your being, and you can then walk away and be like, "Fuck's sake, like why was I getting so stressed out here? I'm on holidays, the kids are young, they're having a great time, they're this, that and the other." But like, it's okay that you're stressed. It's overwhelming, it's full on. You have to just go, "Right, grand, I got overwhelmed there. Breathe it in, move on."
Yeah.
Which is what we do.
And that's what I did today. I was like, I gave you a hug and a kiss and I said, "Now, Carl, pick up your shit."
She also said sorry for being a bitch.
Because I did decompress and I was like, "Carl." So I needed to just, no. I need to be descriptive more because we're recording a pod.
Yeah.
I did kind of snipe at you a little bit. So that's where I had to turn around and say, "I'm sorry."
Yes.
But,
I appreciate it. And I'm
I'm
sorry.
not going to say but.
I'm sorry too.
But pick up your shit.
I'm sorry too.
Thank you.
And I will endeavour to make more of an effort in future.
We've had 5 years of parenthood.
Exactly. So
And nothing has changed. So there you go. But at least I was able to pinpoint today at actually why that first week of the holiday or first day of the holiday is always stressful for me. And it's generally because you were asking where things are.
Yeah.
And I realized that today because I get overwhelmed because you're asking me 10 billion things because the kids are asking you for things.
Yeah.
So you're asking me. And that's where I said to you, "Okay, Carl, you choose not to pack, but you can also choose to be proactive in learning where things are and endeavoring to find out where things are." So in other words, set your alarm early, get to know where things are so you can look after the kids and be a parent. So
there's no need to do Sniper Alley today anyway, because it's all been fucking in here.
It's all been in one.
It's all been in here.
But sure, look, we resolved it.
We've resolved it, yeah.
So anyway, but besides that, the rest of the week is going to be joyful. I'm excited to spend time with your family.
It's going to be joyful. It's going to be stressful. That's just life.
Yeah.
That's just how it's going to be.
I'm not complaining. You have a beer. I have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle. We're all good.
Was there anything outside of holidays that we needed to discuss?
We also now have a 5-year-old.
Of course.
So it's this part where we're just joining our Harry.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We now have a 5-year-old.
I know.
Like we're parents, Carl.
I know. It's actually funny enough now. There's something about 5. 5 isn't a toddler anymore. It's a little boy. 4 is like
a toddler.
Yeah, but you know, if you say you're a 4-year-old, everyone's like, "Oh, you have a baby still."
Do you know what? At the start of 4, he was very much a baby.
Yeah.
And by the end of 4, I was like, "Oh my goodness, he's 5."
Whereas like if you say to someone you have a 5-year-old, they're like, "Oh yeah, they can look after themselves."
Yeah.
Which they kind of can.
Yeah.
For the most part. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not having to keep all eyes on them all the time.
What's that in that movie? Oh, Adam Sandler and the little blonde Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
But I wipe my own ass. Do you remember
And
that?
that's what they do.
And I mean, our 5-year-old wipes his own arse.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's riveting stuff. No, we have a 5-year-old now. Madness.
I got piss on my hand today.
Did you?
Ailess.
Oh, when she was on the toilet.
She was on the toilet. In fairness, do you know what it is? It's one of them floating toilets. Do you ever see one of these?
It's very high.
It's really high.
Yeah,
Whoever
I
fit
know.
it, and they fit it too high so that it gave the floating effect. But I'm like, hang on. Like, sorry now to get too descriptive, but like, you're meant to be squatting when you're taking a shit.
It also makes you sit upright because it's so high.
As in, okay, the only way I can describe it to you is that the toilet is mounted at what, like, say your desk chair height would be.
Yes.
So like, you're in no way squatting. If anything, your knees are actually sloping down. and you're almost like putting your, okay, I'm very short, but like I'm tippy-toed touching the floor. Like,
But you have short legs.
and I'm like, this is no way to take a shite. This is like, you're meant to
take a shite. You say that so poshly.
So I had to lift Ayla up onto it earlier on. She was just taking a wee. And anyway, you know, the usual, getting a little bit of tissue paper afterwards or whatever like that. But then anyway, she wasn't finished. Got piss on the hands.
She tells you when she's finished.
I know. I thought she was.
Okay.
And she wasn't. She was just giving another little.
Lovely. So you got piss in your hands. Sorry. We have something to talk about from one of our lovely listeners. Do you remember last week in Angie's box, or 2 weeks ago in Angie's box, we got an email in asking for a food delivery?
Oh, sorry. Damn
and
it.
the amount of people that have asked about this.
I meant to start the episode off with this. Okay.
So I need to go through some emails because we were emailing Amy.
Oh my God. I got tons of DMs from people like, so did you deliver the spice bag?
Sorry, we were totally prepared for this. So
yeah.
I emailed Amy. We emailed her during the pod, last week's episode. And she replied, I've just finished listening to the pod this morning. I'm in bits. I promise you, you won't be liable for salmonella. I often had their food the next day and it's even more delicious. You said in the pod to message on Insta, so I'll send a message to the pod Insta too. So a couple of things. Where will we meet? Will the little work? Please let me know how I can pay and pay for yours on the Friday night too. And Carl, that curry is 10 out of 10. And then what time is the ferry getting in? I need to be back in work for an important meeting at 1 p.m. So I hope you can get in before 10 a.m. If then, not then, sadly, we can't do this. You don't need to pop it into a cooler bag if you don't have space in the car. So please don't worry about that. I'll keep my order simple because I won't be sharing it with my girlfriend and I'm not even sorry. Please may I have chicken balls? I can't put into words how incredible these are. Spice bag, a given. Sweet and sour chicken and fried rice. I'm more than happy for you to throw it out the window at me. Extra points if you do the Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Amy, an unhinged foodie who's about to have the best weekend ever.
So, right. Amy, can we just say it's actually Irish ferries who you need to take this up with?
You need to have a
discussion
discussion
we were
with them.
booked on the fast ferry.
Yes.
Oh, actually, no, it's not Irish ferries you need to take this up with. It's Holyhead.
Yes.
We were booked on the fast ferry and apparently there's something wrong in Holyhead at the moment where they can't dock either the fast ferry or just...
So we got moved from the 8:05 in the morning ferry to 7:30 ferry, but the 7:30 ferry takes longer as opposed to the 8:05 ferry. So it took us 7:30 to 11:30 to get in. So then I emailed Amy back and I said, the ferry is in about 11:30. We'll probably get to Lidl at 11:45 or thereabouts if that suits you. Have your order there and I can order it tonight to bring with us in the morning. And Amy replied, I sadly won't make it back for my meeting. I would move it, but unfortunately it's a formal process I need to be there for. Thank you guys though, because that would have been absolutely hilarious. If you still want some food from there for your dinner, I would love to pay for it. Your gesture was so kind. Amy, thank you so much for that.
But
I will die and my airway will close and Carl won't know how to use EpiPens. So let's just avoid that with the old garlic allergy. Also, I had got you guys a little something as a thank you in case we couldn't make it, or we could make it work. This is somewhere I can send it to, so we'll get it to you. I vaguely remember on post boxes by supermarkets and I'm not sure if they still do them. Thank you guys again. Amy, we are really disappointed that this did not happen.
I can't believe
it. If we
do
this trip next year, which we potentially might, if all goes well and the kids don't kill us and we don't kill them, we need to make this happen next year for Amy.
No, Amy, we'll have to make that happen because the amount of people who are invested in it, be like, did you deliver the spice bag? And like,
sorry, also, do you remember when we were going through customs?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was one of you guys who listens to the podcast who will remain nameless.
She was a lovely woman working in customs.
She really was. But when you're, if anyone's never been on the ferry before, basically what happens is you kind of go in and they just send you into various different lanes. And it's like, you know, they load on lane by lane by lane. So it was like, we were told, go into lane 18 there. We drove right up the top and then they have
a sniffer dog
going around the place and sniffing all the cars to make sure there's no contraband being brought.
Yes.
Or whatever. And anyway, this person came up with the dog and said...
Knocks on the window.
And said, hiya, how's it going? Just need to let you know, the dog has indicated it's taken an interest in your car. And do you know that pit of the stomach feeling where you're like, I'm about to shit myself.
You did.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you go to a Garda checkpoint and you can have like your tax fully like done, that you've done nothing wrong. But it doesn't matter. You feel like you've done something wrong.
Yes.
This was another thing because I'm like, well, it's full of just kids shit.
Yes.
And I was still shitting myself.
You were.
And I was like, just couldn't talk. And she's like, could it be a spice bag by any chance? And I was like,
and then it dawned on you.
And then she just kind of laughed at me, and I was like, "Oh my God, you scared the living bejesus out of me." But listen, we can do something like that at another stage. If anyone else has any, food requests, and if we're ever going to your part of the county or to your country,
any spice box deliveries.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it probably would be easier within Ireland, but you never know if we're traveling somewhere.
Now, from Spice Box to Angie's Box.
Yeah.
I think we should skip Snipe Rally because
I think we should.
The first part of the episode was a bit dull, a bit snipey from my end, and we've moved into loving each other again.
We should skip
I think we'll move on swiftly to Angie's Box.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
Because we're on holidays as well. I want to go back to having my drinks.
Oh, do you? Okay. Angie, I mean, we've gone through some of the mail with Angie before we left for holidays. Angie's on her little holidays in my mum's house. She's in Nana Teeny's house. But I went through some of the mail with her.
Yeah.
Did I not?
You did. Can we address, first of all, the one about last week's episode?
This came into our DMs.
Yeah. Can I...
You can.
Can I get this on your phone here?
So this one came into our DMs on our How Are You Lovey Instagram page.
Hi to you both. First of all, love the podcast. Very funny and relatable. Thank you so much. I've been listening every week and I love it. However, something about last week's podcast bugged me and my brain won't let it go. Aisling's reaction to the ChatGPT story has bothered me. Her comment about if you can afford a phone, you can afford a book was the issue for me. I love bedtime and read to my kids all the time, so I agree with you that this is a lovely thing to do. But there's loads of reasons why a person might need an alternative story method. Someone who couldn't read, has lost their voice or sight, or for a child who has medical needs that requires a distraction while procedures are being carried out, or a child with additional needs who is in crisis mode where parents need a go-to that could help regulate the child while being able to have their hands free to calm and keep a child safe. Okay, so that was one of them.
Yes.
That came in.
So yes, we got an email from a lovely listener, who would prefer to stay anonymous. She did try and send us a DM. She did send us a DM, but it was too long. So she sent me an email here as well. And she said, "Hi, Carl and Aisling. I tried to send this as a DM, but it was too long. I usually love your podcast, but I was really disappointed with how you were talking about what boils down to audiobooks and stories. You seem to be lucky enough to have a wonderful family support network and a great group of friends. You are so lucky to be able to take time away to recharge. You seem to have built a lovely life and fair play to you. However, we all don't have what you have. Myself and my husband have 2 kids, 8 and 10. We have full-time jobs and a farm. I remember way back hearing Carl speak positively about farmers and thought how nice and refreshing it was. I've been away alone 3 times in 10 years, 2 hospital stays and my aunt's funeral. We've been away 3 times as a couple, which we actually feel very lucky to have been able to do. Our children have autism, ADHD and dyslexia. My husband travels for work sometimes and we don't have support. I'm constantly late for work because it is really difficult to get the children out the door, so our mornings are anxious and stressful. We come home and battle through homework, have dinner and do farm work. By the time bedtime comes around, we are absolutely exhausted and have found that bedtime stories wind the children up, no matter how calming they are supposed to be. And my undiagnosed autistic husband was totally overwhelmed. Since getting 2 Tony minis, or I think it's a Yoto minis, and cards that go with them, bedtime has actually become much easier. They don't have to listen to their dyslexic mammy spluttering through a story and choose whatever card they want that night. One of the children has listened to all the famous 5 and is going back over them repeatedly, and the other is severely dyslexic and would have never even attempted some of the books that are now available to him. I know everyone has the right to their own opinions, but this one hit me right in the heart. I can see why you would think our home is a sad place, but we are where we are and the children live a farm life, spending time with us and cattle, calves, ponies, sheep and lambs. Our dogs live in the house with us and are a huge part of our family too. Our neurodiverse household is calm compared to others with higher needs, and many people are in survival mode, and we are all trying our best for our children. I hope you had a lovely holiday, Ellen."
Okay. Another lovely email.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's first of all, very important to say, what we were talking about was specifically people who would use AI and ChatGPT to read their kids' bedtime stories out of sheer laziness.
Yes.
Not about any other circumstances. So to be fair, probably it was a bit of a throwaway part of the conversation anyway.
Yes.
And we didn't get into any of the other reasons as to why someone might do that. We were just specifically talking about people who were being lazy.
Yes.
And just to be very clear, the two emails that came in, they are very different sets of circumstances from what we were talking about.
Yes.
So I think that the two people who emailed in,
thank you for emailing in for a start.
And that is not in any way what we would have intended by having the conversation, because we weren't talking about your set of circumstances, even though to you listening, maybe you felt like we were.
Yes.
Yeah. So look, we never would want anyone to feel like we were being inconsiderate of that, because Jesus, Ash, I often say about you, you're like,
I'm overly considerate.
Yeah. So
thank you, lovely listeners, for those lovely emails into Angie's box. One in our harrylovey@gmail.com and the other one in our How You Lovey Instagram page.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so look, we just felt that was important to address that at the end of today's episode, because we genuinely didn't realise we had touched a bit of a nerve with that.
I'm sorry.
No,
that I did that.
Ash, the thing is, I don't even know if it's something that needs to be apologised for. It's more just clarification on it, because I do think as well, even from the tone of those emails, I'm pretty sure the people who've sent them in, now that we've clarified where we were coming from, they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, perfect.
Yes.
Well, it's not that anyone's having a go or anything like that. Okay, I think that's it.
Yes, so this week's bonus episode, because we are coming into builders' holidays.
Yeah.
So we're going to put up an L question box on our Instagram page, How You Lovey.
Yeah.
For confessions about builders.
Builders' confessions box. So
Builders' confessions box.
If you are a builder yourself, or you have any dealings with a builder,
or you've been shafted by a bunch of cowboys.
Well, whatever it might be, just building related confessions.
Yes.
Okay. All you have to do is send us a little DM on Instagram or an email if you want a bit more detail. howyoulovey@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. I think this could be a very juicy. Yes. Right. Shall we go to bed?
Yes. Slan.
Okay. Right. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you on Saturday for Builders Confessions.